you are in prison and you're uncomfortable and you're sick and you're hot because there's no AC, and it does not matter. They put you in a dorm with other pregnant women. You go and you have your baby. You stay in the hospital while you're having your baby, and when you're done and the doctor says you're released, they take you back to prison and your baby goes somewhere else. If you're blessed... Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know. Y'all are my babies. First of all, you guys, this shirt... Y'all about to see all my business, okay? But we're family. So listen, when I did this Fashion Nova review, I just kind of tried the shirt on, but like when I try to wear it, y'all, it's like tight. And it's like, girl, you know you should have got a medium or a large because everything's hanging out. You can see my darn bra and everything, but I didn't want to wear it without a bra on here because the light, honey, you'll be seeing my baby feeders. You know what I mean? Some of y'all too young to know what I mean, but... Anyways, so today, if I can keep everything together, we are going to talk about some more stuff to do with prison. Now, like I said, this is not just a prison this is not just a prison channel. This is a lifestyle channel. I will still be doing reviews and I want to do some more health stuff. I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys about my workout split and my plan, which is very flattering. And crazy because it's like there are millions of people on social media doing workout stuff, which is not the only reason why I'm not doing it. It's one of the reasons why I'm not doing it. And the other reason is I just feel like I have so much more to offer you guys versus just like how to build a booty. But I can do that too if you want. Yeah, I'm going to sprinkle in some more stuff for you guys because my life is more than prison, okay? Don't demand it from me. I'm also getting ready to go to LA this weekend. And this time I get to take my husband with me and I'm so excited, guys. I went in January. Business trips. I can't tell you guys anything. I can't give you any details right now, but they are business trips. Your girl's doing something. A little something. A little tiny. And anyway, so this time I get to take my husband with me, so I am going to vlog for you guys. So that will be fun and exciting. And yeah, so other than all that, if my videos aren't plentiful over the next week or so, then you know that it's just because I've been caught up, I've been traveling and all that, but I'm gonna try to keep up with it. I'm trying my best because I love y'all. The more you guys comment, like literally the more you guys comment, and this is not like me fishing for comments, just being real with you guys, you know, I keep it all the way 100 with y'all, but like the more that you guys comment and the more that you guys respond to me and I read your comments, I'm inspired. So like so many of you guys tell me that I inspire you. No, like y'all inspire me. When I read your stuff and I read just anything, just the littlest comments of you guys saying thank you for sharing. I mean, I'm getting comments from thank you from sharing to wow, this really helped me. And then it makes me feel more passionate about YouTube and about you guys. So I just wanted to thank you guys again for that. And if you're tired of hearing me tell you thank you, then you need to get over it because I am a person that is grateful for everything and I'm grateful for y'all and I will remind y'all all the time that I'm thankful for you. So get over it. Thank you. I love you. Okay. So, excuse me. Eyes up here, please. Eyes up here. We're just going to move the camera up. Better? We don't want nobody to get distracted. Okay, so one of the things that I told you guys, I've been telling y'all that I wanted to tell you guys about like some of the violence and stuff that I saw in prison, and I am going to get to that. I'm going to get there. But something that's really been on my mind ever since I was talking to my girl Yuri, and I'm so grateful for her, and I cannot wait to have her back on my channel. This is her right here. I will leave her channel linked again down below. Her channel is called Women's Prison Talk. She's doing great over there. I'm so proud of her, everything she's been through, because she's been through some things, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She's been through some things. But ever since I was talking to her, I was just really reminded even more about people that get a lot of time in prison. Okay, these are things that you probably don't think about because they're things that I never thought about. Now, I know that I have a lot of you guys that watch my channel that have never really been in trouble. I mean, we've all done things that we probably should have been in trouble for, but not all of us gets caught, and not all of us does them into such an extreme where you can get like life in prison, So even though I ran with the street crowd and I was no stranger to getting locked up, started getting locked up when I was 12. I've already told you guys that. There's things that you see in prison that you just don't think about until you're in there. Okay, one of them is getting old in prison. It's a really mind-blowing when you see elderly people in prison. I'm talking about with walkers. Okay, do you think people are helping them? Do you think the guards are giving them a pass? No, ma'am. These people been in there, these women been in there for 60 years. And that's something that you don't think about when you're in there. Like you're thinking, oh man, I'm spending the rest of my life there. You don't think about like going through the life changes in there, okay? There is no kind of, I'm trying to stay monetized here. There's no kind of, so if you're in pain while you're in prison, you're getting ibuprofen 800. You got to think about like, I mean, I don't know, maybe if you have like cancer and you're dying, like I still don't even think so. If you know of somebody that's gotten it, let me know in the comment section down below, because everything, even women that have had full-blown AIDS and that are very, very sick in prison, do not get any kind of medication that's going to alleviate their pain other than like an over-the-counter, okay? So you fall and break your leg, or you're getting old and you're still sleeping. Okay, you are 80 years old sleeping on these bunk beds that hurt my back when I'm in my 20s, okay? You're getting older. You can't breathe as well when you're older. You're losing your vision. All that stuff, you're going through those changes in prison. Nobody to hold your hand and make you feel better. No family member to take care of you. All you got is guards that are watching over you and making sure you're still breathing. And the moment that you stop, they call the people in to get your body and drag it out. Like, that is so mind-blowing to me. Like, literally, like I said, seeing these women that have been in there for 60, 70 years and they're on walkers now. They're having to go to chow, walking. Ain't nobody carrying them to the chow hall. Ain't nobody bringing their plates to them. They want to eat. They got to get up and go and get it. Like, it's crazy and it's very sad. But these women have done stuff to get put in there that long. Now, I will say there's always a percentage of people that are in there for things that they didn't do. I have a friend that got locked up when he was a teenager. And he was a convicted felon as a teenager and then continued to get in trouble as an adult, just like I did. And we have this rule here in Florida that is like a gun rule. It's like, if you're a convicted felon and you carry a gun and you get in trouble so many times, like you get life, okay? So he was leaving a club one night and he took a gun and he stole something from his uncles, or so. He stole guns from his uncles, that's what it was. And his uncle called the cops on him, but his uncle's intentions of calling the cops was to get him help because he was a drug addict and that's why he was stealing stuff. Well, when the cops found him, and he stole the guns in order to sell them. He wasn't, taking them to do anything. Anyways, he ended up getting life plus 20. Now, he's my age now. I went to school with him, and he's still in there. He's been in there for 15, whatever it is, years. And he's got life plus 20. And he's gone in front of the parole board multiple times to try to get out. And he didn't hurt anybody. He didn't hurt anybody. He still, and like even now, like I see these things on Facebook, like his mom and like his family members and friends and stuff keep sharing his stuff on Facebook, like trying to get a hold of somebody and saying like, man, like let him out, give him a second chance at life. Like he's got life plus 20 years and he did not. And then you see these people online that have somebody or has actually, really hurt people and are able to get out in 5, 10, 15 years. It's just bizarre how the system works sometimes. And I don't want to sit up on my high horse. That is not what this is meant to sound like, because I don't really know the ins and outs and I don't know why things go through the system and why they do, but I just know that sometimes it is really sad. Like that one lady that I was telling you about in the video, that her and her husband did all that stuff to those adopted kids. She got 15 years for that. 15 years, that's it. How do you get 15 years and you have scarred multiple children for the rest of their life, and then you have people that didn't even hurt anybody that have life plus 20? Or like my girl Yuri, who was involved. She was driving in a robbery. They did not even steal anything. They didn't even get anything. And they offered her 40 years. And when she was found, she took it to trial. And when she was found guilty, she thought she was getting life, because I don't know if you guys know this, but when you take something to trial and you turn down plea bargains and you lose the trial, it is like a known fact that when you lose the trial, you get the max sentence. And so that's why she said she started crying when she only got 7 years, because she thought she was going to get life, because that's how it works. Like for me, when I went, I thought I was going to get 50. Well, at first I thought I was going to get a year. And then when my lawyer came and talked to me, and he was like, you can get 15. They want you to have 15 years. And I'm like, 15 years? For what? And they're like, well, that escape charge carries a 15-year maximum. So if you don't take this 3-year plea bargain, then you are going to be getting 15 years. You're going to get the max. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's so wild. It's so crazy. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about how people getting old in there, how crazy that is. Let me tell you something else that you don't think about when you're in there. I remember, and I don't know if I've told you guys this in a video again before. I don't think I have. I remember literally sitting in the little day area watching television. It's definitely not the TV that you're watching at home. The junkiest TV that you could be watching at home with the antenna on it, barely getting any signal, is better than what you're watching in there, okay? I remember sitting in there watching TV and sitting next to women. We're all sitting on these metal benches trying to see this little tiny, like 8x13 TV that's way up in a box. And inside the box, the box is like got bars on it itself. I guess they don't want you to take the TV down and hit somebody with it, because you definitely can't plug it in anywhere. It's not like the place has got plugs or anything. And so we're sitting there in our white robes that are really like sheets that you put on, and they give you those because they're male guards, and when you're getting out of the shower and So you're sitting there watching TV, and like a cheese pizza commercial comes on, right? And you know those commercials that they pull up the piece of pizza and the cheese stretches, and you've got kids smiling and laughing and biting into the cheese pizza, and like you're sitting next to people and you're thinking like, these people will never eat a piece of pizza again. The little things that you don't think about when you're in prison or when you're in jail. Like, these people sitting next to me will never go through a drive-thru at Wendy's and get a Frosty again. Never. Never. Not, you're not wishing for this happy life or to have $1 million, or, like people that are sitting at home right now that are looking around at their lives and they're unhappy with their lives, or they're unsatisfied because they don't have a new car, or because their friend goes on more vacations than them, or because they don't have a husband. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are in hospitals that just want to not have cancer. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm not trying to compare free people to people in prison, because most of the people in prison did something to get there, but it just really puts things into perspective. Now, does everybody that goes into prison get an awakening like I did? Unfortunately, no. Most people don't. You have people that go into prison and they come out one of two ways. They either come out corrected, the Department of Corrections, right? Which is a very, very, very small percent. Thank God I was part of that percent. And so was Yuri. Love you, Yuri, if you're watching this. But the vast majority of people that come out of prison come out the other way, which is worse. They get linked up with people that are in there that know how to cook things better than they know how to cook. They find more connections while they're in there. They learn how to scheme in a different way. They become institutionalized. And so then therefore when they come out, they are just always in that institution mindset, scheming and scamming. And that's what happens. You come out one of two ways. So yeah, this is just a video that I wanted to pop in here and talk to you guys about, like, things that you just don't think about, like never being able to use a blow dryer again. These women will never use a blow dryer again, okay? Never be able to do that again. I mean, they can go get their hair done in the place once or twice a year, but they'll never stand up and hold a blow dryer, right? They'll never use mouthwash again. They'll never go to the movies with their friends again. They'll never drive a car again. They won't see their children graduate. That's another thing that's really hard is, okay, I got a question from people in my comment section saying, what happens if you're pregnant? Baby, if you're pregnant, you go to prison too. And they have a specific dorm that is for pregnant women, but they don't get any special treatment. They get one extra sandwich a day. That's it. Now imagine, my ladies watching this, being in prison and having those cravings that you have, but not being able to fulfill them. They ain't ordering you no special ice cream in there, girl, if you're pregnant. You ain't getting no fried chicken in there. You're not getting any of that. You are in prison and you're uncomfortable and you're sick and you're hot because there's no AC, and it does not matter. They put you in a dorm with other pregnant women. You go and you have your baby. You stay in the hospital while you're having your baby, and when you're done and the doctor says you're released, they take you back to prison and your baby goes somewhere else. If you're blessed enough to have family members that can come and get your baby and take your baby, then you're blessed. But a lot of the times they don't have that, and that baby goes into the system. And then you go back into prison with an empty body and an empty stomach and no baby. And then you serve the rest of your time. And even if you only have a year left, you've missed that first year of that baby's life. Or if you have 2 years, like you miss that bonding time, that milestones, and it's so depressing and it's so hard on women. Like, I just could not imagine. Like, I remember when I had my baby, I wouldn't even sleep. My mother-in-law was staying with me, and of course my husband and my family, but my mother-in-law came into town to stay with me. And I was a new mom, and my baby had jaundice and different things, and I just would not sleep. And I actually passed out in a hospital. We had to take him back because he had jaundice, and my mother-in-law was with me. And when she woke me up, I was sitting down. I put my head down. I went, but I was out. And she woke me up, and I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what day it was because I just wasn't sleeping. And my husband literally took me into the room. Her and him got together, and she was like, you need to talk to her. And I was in the room with the baby, and he came in there, and he was crying, not boohoo crying, but he had some tears. And he was like, I need you to sleep. You're scaring me. It was scary because I did not want to leave my baby for anything. So I just could not imagine being in there and going through all of this, feeling your baby move inside your stomach and all of that, and going through all this crap of being hot and sweaty and suffering through the constipation and the contractions and the cravings and not being able to do anything about all of that, and then going through all this, having your baby and somebody taking it away and you going right back into prison. That'll mess with your head, right? Another thing that people don't think about while you're in there is the fear of one of your family members passing away. That was the biggest thing for me. Was my grandmother is all that I had. And, it didn't help that those investigators put that stuff in my mind before I went. But still, you think about it, 3 years, 10 years, 1 year, whatever you have, it only takes a second for somebody that you love to, God forbid, get into a car accident. And when they do, you're in prison. What can you do? What can you do? Sometimes, very, 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 very few times, depending on how long you have left and depending on your custody level and how much time you have left, they may let you go to the funeral in handcuffs and shackles. But for me, I wouldn't have. I had an escape charge. If something would have happened to my grandmother, I would have there'd have been nothing I could do. And those are I will never forget one woman I want to say it was her child, passed away while she was in there, and the blood curdling screams that I heard coming from that dorm room, and she fell against the wall and she was screaming and shaking, and what do you do? How do you go on about your life? You have to do some serious soul searching to forgive yourself if you're in prison for something that you've done, and your family member, your child, your mother, your aunt, your uncle dies, and the what ifs, and what if I was out, and what if things would have been different, and I'm in here, and I can't hold them, and I can't go to the, all of those deep thoughts that I had while I was in there. And I said, when I was in there, I really paid attention, and after my awakening, for the first year and a half that I was in there, I was still doing the same stuff I was doing on the streets. But the last bit of that time after my awakening, I really saw things in a different light, the things that I'm sharing with you guys now. So yeah, just crazy to think about the little things that is taken from you when you're in there. And so once again, I'm going to say to you guys in this video to please be careful the company that you keep. You are only good as the company that you keep, okay? That doesn't mean you can't love people that aren't doing the right things. It doesn't mean you can't be there for them emotionally if you can handle that and it doesn't bring you down. It doesn't mean that you have to give up on them. And by giving up, I do not mean enabling or helping them or being an accomplice to anything or even letting them in your house. I have a family member that I love very, very, very much who is an addict. He's been an addict for a very, very, very long time, my whole entire life. And I love him, and I still to this day have not given up on him. Do I let him come stay in my house? No. Will I give him cash? Absolutely not. Will I let him take my children driving off in a car? No. But I'm not giving up on him, and I know that he can change. And that's what I mean to you guys by you don't have to give up on people, but please don't enable them. All right, guys. Once again, y'all know Christina can jabber, jabber, jabber. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos, my series, my sprinkles in of my personality, my family, my husband. And I can't wait to make a... I swear I'm not drinking this morning, guys. I swear. I can't wait to get the LA vlog out for you guys and show you guys me and my husband exploring Los Angeles. Until next time, please don't forget to like this video. It is a free way that you can help me out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me in the future. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.